Hello, Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The NBA world has been buzzing for the last 24 hours, and if you've been anywhere near Twitter, Instagram, or the late-night sports shows, you know exactly why. A wave of whispers started swirling out of Los Angeles. The kind of whispers that make you stop scrolling and think, no way, this can't be real. But the sources, or at least the people claiming to have sources, are saying something wild. Kevin Durant, yes, the Kevin Durant, might have already accepted an offer from the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, before you start spamming the comment section with fake news or clickbait, hear me out. This isn't coming from just one shady account hiding behind a burner. Multiple semi-reputable insiders, some with solid track records and others just riding the wave, have been hinting at a blockbuster in the making. And every breadcrumb seems to point toward KD wearing purple and gold next season. Imagine it, LeBron, AD, and Durant on the same roster. The NBA might just implode. It's the kind of move that feels impossible, yet somehow, in this era of player empowerment and super team building, entirely within reach. The rumor mill isn't slowing down, and neither is the speculation. The timing of this so-called agreement is almost too perfect, which is exactly why so many people are scratching their heads and others are connecting dots faster than detectives in a crime drama. According to some chatter, this deal, and I put that in air quotes, was quietly shaped behind the scenes during All-Star Weekend. Picture it, star-studded events, VIP parties, and a million cameras around, but somewhere in a private suite, behind closed doors, Lakers front office executives and Kevin Durant's representatives supposedly had a conversation that would change the league. Now, whether that conversation was about actual contract terms or just a what-if scenario is unclear, but the fact that multiple insiders are claiming Durant's camp gave a nod is enough to set social media ablaze. Some fans are saying this could just be KD testing the waters, gauging public reaction. Others swear they've heard from someone who knows someone that's already a done deal. Of course, neither Durant nor the Lakers have confirmed anything, and that's the beauty and the frustration of a rumor like this. Until there's an official statement, we're left piecing together scraps and guessing at the bigger picture. What makes this rumor so tantalizing isn't just the star power involved. It's the potential shift in NBA power dynamics. Think about it. Durant joining LeBron and Anthony Davis isn't just another superstar hopping teams. It's a direct shot at the current juggernauts in the league, Denver, Boston, Milwaukee. And you better believe the Warriors fan base is somewhere between furious and heartbroken at even the thought of KD suiting up for a Lakers team they've been battling for years. The move would tilt the Western Conference balance so hard it might just snap. And then there's the drama element. LeBron James, who's been subtly hinting at wanting one last super team push before he calls a career, getting one of the most lethal scorers in basketball history by his side. The Lakers, a franchise built on marquee names and Hollywood-style storylines, pulling off yet another headline-grabbing stunt? It's almost too cinematic to ignore. But that's why this rumor is spreading like wildfire. It's not just believable, it's movie script believable. Whether you hate it or love it, you can't deny the spectacle. Now, here's where things get even more intriguing. The numbers. According to whispers, the Lakers have been quietly maneuvering for months to create enough cap flexibility for a move just like this. It would take some financial gymnastics, sure, but this is the Lakers we're talking about. They've pulled off cap miracles before, and if Jeannie Buss smells a chance to land KD, you'd better believe Rob Pelinka will start clearing space faster than a garage sale in July. Some reports say a few rotational players could be on the trade block to make it happen. Others insist there's a creative multi-team deal already in the works that would send assets flying in all directions. A classic NBA chess move. And then, of course, there's the question of Durant's own contract and how it meshes with LA's timeline. But if the rumor is true and KD has already accepted, maybe those details have already been ironed out behind the scenes. The idea of a Durant-LeBron-AD trio isn't just basketball talk. It's front office chess, salary cap Jenga, and fanbase hysteria all rolled into one. The reaction from fans online has been absolutely split down the middle, which, if you ask me, is exactly what makes this story thrive. On one hand, Lakers fans are losing their minds in the best possible way, flooding timelines with photoshopped images of Durant in gold and purple, dreaming up championship parades down Figueroa Street. On the other hand, there's a massive wave of pushback from those who think this kind of move would be bad for the league, creating yet another unfair super team that would crush competition and make the regular season feel pointless. And let's not forget the KD skeptics, those who never forgave him for joining the Warriors in 2016, now sharpening their takes about him, ring-chasing yet again. The split opinion is feeding the algorithm, with every hot take, meme, and fan video fueling the fire. The more people talk about it, the more evidence seems to surface, real or not. This is what happens when a rumor isn't just a whisper, it becomes a cultural conversation. Even the players are chiming in, sort of. A couple of cryptic tweets from current Lakers and other NBA stars have only added fuel to the fire. You know the type. The single eyeball emoji, the eyes that sends fans spiraling into conspiracy theory mode. Then there was an Instagram post from one of Durant's longtime friends, showing him in LA with the caption, "Something big coming." Was it just about a music drop? A business venture? Or is it exactly what fans want it to mean? This is the NBA in 2025. Nothing happens in isolation anymore. Every post, every like, every follow is dissected for clues. And with Durant being no stranger to cryptic social media activity, it's not surprising that people are reading between the lines. The possibility that he could be heading to the Lakers isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about internet sleuthing, viral moments, and the joy fans get from feeling like they've figured it out before the official news breaks. What's funny, or maybe telling, is that Durant himself has been unusually quiet through all of this. No direct denial, no laughing emoji tweet, no late-night spaces on Twitter defending his current situation. Just silence. And if you followed KD over the years, you know he's not the type to hold back when he wants to squash a rumor. That silence is speaking louder than any press release could right now. Some say he's letting the speculation build for maximum drama. Others think the lack of response means there's something to hide. And then there's the wild theory that the Lakers and Durant are deliberately keeping quiet because an official announcement is coming and they want it to hit like a bombshell. Either way, the man's decision to keep his lips sealed is the gasoline on this already raging fire. Until he speaks, we're all just guessing. And that's exactly why the rumor is thriving. By the way, let's not underestimate the LeBron James factor here. If there's one thing LeBron knows how to do, it's recruit. Over the years, we've seen him plant seeds in interviews, drop subtle comments in podcasts, and even go out of his way to praise players he'd like to team up with. The word on the street is that LeBron and KD have had more conversations this season than usual, both on and off the court. They've been spotted chatting after games longer than normal, exchanging hugs that fans swear look different, and even appearing together at non-basketball events. To the average fan, it's just mutual respect between two legends. To the conspiracy crowd, it's step one of master plan. And knowing how LeBron operates, the man is always thinking 5 moves ahead. It's not hard to imagine him orchestrating this in ways we can't even see. If Durant really did accept the Lakers' offer, you can bet LeBron was a key part of making it happen. The second wave of this rumor storm hit when a so-called leak started making the rounds on a popular Lakers fan forum. An anonymous poster, claiming to have a cousin in the organization, wrote a long, detailed thread outlining the supposed timeline of Durant's decision. According to them, KD's acceptance wasn't a sudden move, but the result of weeks of back-and-forth talks, late-night phone calls, and even a secret workout session in Los Angeles. The post described Durant showing up at a closed Lakers practice facility, greeted by team staff, and even taking a few shots with Anthony Davis. Now, none of this is confirmed, and plenty of fans are pointing out that anonymous internet posts aren't exactly airtight journalism, but the vivid details are hard to ignore. The writer even mentioned specific sneakers Durant wore that day, claiming they were a custom purple and gold edition, never seen before. Whether it's fan fiction or inside info, the post has exploded online, with screenshots being shared across Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok. In this era, where rumors can gain traction faster than actual news, it's exactly the kind of story that keeps people glued to their feeds, waiting for the next breadcrumb to drop. Meanwhile, the national sports media has started to dance around the topic without fully committing. On one hand, the biggest TV analysts know better than to call it official without confirmation. On the other, they can't resist discussing the what-if scenario during every Lakers segment. You've got former players saying, "It wouldn't shock me," and insiders smirking on live TV when asked about the possibility. Even some respected journalists, who usually avoid speculation, have started using carefully chosen phrases like momentum building and serious interest on both sides. The lack of outright denial from either camp is making this all feel more real by the day. And when you combine that with the Lakers' reputation for pulling off shocking moves, remember the Pau Gasol trade, the LeBron signing, the Anthony Davis deal, the idea of KD joining doesn't feel as outlandish as it might for another team. For every skeptic calling this baseless gossip, there's another fan pointing out that the Lakers' entire history is built on moments exactly like this. Big names, big risks, big rewards. The narrative practically writes itself. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, another layer to this is the potential fallout across the league if it actually happens. Super teams have always triggered chain reactions. Just look at what happened when KD joined Golden State. The Western Conference would immediately become a battlefield of front offices scrambling to counter the Lakers' new juggernaut. Teams like the Suns, Mavericks, and Clippers would be forced into aggressive trades or risky free agent signings just to keep pace. Even the Eastern Conference powers like Boston and Milwaukee would have to reassess their championship windows. The ripple effect could redefine the next 3 to 5 years of the NBA. And let's not forget the personal rivalries. Players who've been battling Durant for years suddenly having to face him with LeBron at his side. The storylines write themselves. KD versus Steph in the playoffs again, but this time in purple and gold. LeBron and Durant teaming up to chase down the Warriors' dynasty record. It's the kind of drama the NBA secretly thrives on, the type that keeps ratings high and social media buzzing. If the league wanted a blockbuster narrative heading into next season, this rumor alone has already delivered it in spades. From a marketing perspective, the move would be nothing short of genius. The Lakers aren't just a basketball team. They're a global brand, and adding Kevin Durant to their roster would set off a merchandising explosion. Jerseys, posters, signature sneakers. The purple and gold number 35 would sell out worldwide within hours. Imagine the international broadcasts, the overseas fan events, the cross-promotional opportunities with Hollywood. Durant's personal brand would also get a massive boost. While he's already one of the most recognizable names in sports, joining forces with LeBron in LA would put him at the center of the entertainment capital of the world. And for the NBA as a whole, it would mean more marquee matchups, more primetime games, and an endless stream of highlight reels for the league's marketing machine. Of course, critics will argue that it's a bad look, that stacking stars on one team hurts competitiveness, but the league's history shows that these villain teams often draw the biggest crowds. Love them or hate them, you still watch. And in the end, that's what drives the business side of basketball. Eyeballs, ticket sales, and storylines that never stop trending. Behind the scenes, some reports claim that the hold-up, the reason we haven't heard anything official, comes down to fine-tuning the exit path from Durant's current situation. His contract isn't exactly easy to move, and any deal would require cooperation from his current team. That means negotiations, sweeteners, maybe even some draft picks being thrown into the mix. This isn't the kind of transaction you pull off overnight, even if the player is fully on board. And if KD has indeed accepted the Lakers' offer in principle, the front offices involved are likely keeping everything under wraps to avoid torpedoing the talks. There's also the possibility that the Lakers are lining up other moves to surround their new core with the right role players. The last thing they'd want is to land Durant, but end up with a gutted roster. So the chess game continues, And every day, without an official statement, just adds to the anticipation. For now, the silence isn't killing the rumor, it's feeding it. The fan-created evidence has now taken on a life of its own. You've got people analyzing flight records, posting blurry photos of Durant in LA, and even breaking down background noises from random interviews to guess where he might be. One video making the rounds claims to show KD walking out of a Beverly Hills restaurant with a man who looked exactly like a Lakers executive. Of course, it's grainy and from across the street, so it could have been anyone. But in the rumor game, perception is everything. The more these little clips circulate, the more fans convince themselves it's real. And in the age of viral content, a single misleading image can do more to push a narrative than 100 official denials. Whether or not these amateur sleuths are on to something, they're keeping the conversation alive. And in the world of sports hype, that's half the battle. Every repost, every reaction video, every heated comment thread keeps Durant to the Lakers firmly lodged in the basketball consciousness. The other fascinating angle here is how KD's potential move could impact his legacy. Durant has always been one of the most polarizing figures in basketball, a transcendent scorer with a resume full of accolades, yet constantly critiqued for his team choices. If he joins the Lakers and wins another title alongside LeBron, does that cement his status as one of the greatest ever, or does it reignite the took the easy way narrative? Fans and analysts will debate that for years. But make no mistake, Durant is aware of his legacy. He's spoken openly about it in interviews, about wanting to be remembered not just as a great player, but as someone who impacted the game. A Lakers chapter could be the ultimate twist in his story, adding Hollywood flair to an already complex career. And in the end, whether people cheer or boo, the one thing they won't do is ignore him. Legacy debates keep your name alive, and maybe, just maybe, that's part of the calculation. For now, all we can do is wait. The rumor has reached that fever pitch where every new day, without clarity, feels like a deliberate tease. Maybe the announcement drops tomorrow. Maybe it never comes. Maybe this was all smoke with no fire. But the one undeniable truth is that the idea of Kevin Durant in a Lakers jersey has captured the imagination of the basketball world. It's the kind of what-if that fuels off-season chatter, dominates podcast segments, and sparks endless comment section wars. Even if it never happens, the fact that so many people can vividly picture it says everything about the power of a good rumor. It's unpredictable, a little outrageous, and entirely addictive, just like the NBA itself. And until someone goes on record with the truth, this story isn't going anywhere. In fact, it's probably just getting started. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.